Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. This is your favorite TV show, Jodha and Akbar update. Please watch till the end. Moti asks Salim to get ready for feast, but Salim says I don't want to go. Moti says Jodha have made a special dress for you. Salim says I will not wear it. Jodha comes and asks why is he not coming in the feast. Your grandmother has prepared for the feast for only you. Salim says I don't want to come. Jodha says Jalal will be angry. Salim says Jalal will only know to become angry. I won't come. Rukkaiya comes there and says I will see how Salim will not come in the feast. Salim says I don't want to go. Rukkaiya says okay, I will also not go. I will sit with you here and I will not eat food too. But you know there will be many kids in feast and also very delicious food. But it is okay, we will eat pause. Salim says no, I don't want to eat pause. We will go in the feast, but I will wear dress which you have brought for me. Rukkaiya says, I didn't know that Jodha has brought dress for you too. I wouldn't have brought it then. You wear the dress which Jodha has brought for you. Salim says, no, I will wear only the dress brought by you. Jodha says it is okay. At least he got ready to come to the feast. You make him dress. Jodha leaves from there. Rukkaiya thinks that Salim is going away from Jodha and coming near me. In the celebration, Jalal says to all that there will be another celebration day after tomorrow. On that day, there will be official announcement of Salim being the heir of the throne. Stamp paper will be made. Jalal makes Salim sit beside him. He asks Salim what he wants to eat. Salim sees many dishes and says I am not hungry. Murad asks Jalal, can I take Salim with me? We have many things to talk about. Jalal allows him. Murad brings Salim to all the kids. Salim asks Daniya why he is not eating anything. Daniya says that there are so many dishes. I am confused on what to eat. Murad says you close your eyes and I will make you eat your favorite dish. Daniya closes his eyes and Murad makes him eat green chili. Daniya drinks water. Rahim is looking at some girls. Salima comes there and catches him red-handed. She asks, what are you doing? Salima says that this is a sin to look in harem. Rahim says, I was just seeing who these girls are. Salima says they have come from Mewat. They have come to attend this celebration. Rahim leaves from there. Jalal asks Tassin to start the celebration. Rukkaiya says, I want to listen to Raj Mahari's nice tune. Jodha says, please play Raj Kafi, another tune, and sing some lines for Krishna Bhagwan. Mahan asks Tassin to follow orders of Mariam Samani. Rukkaiya gets angry. Rukkaiya, who is sitting at one side of Jalal, gets up and leaves from there. Tassin starts singing song in praises of Krishna. Jalal says to Salima that I am happy that Salim has come back in the palace. Salima says it is joyous day and this celebration has made it more joyful. Jalal asks Mahan to come to him. He comes. Jalal asks Mahan to sit beside him. Mahan says Rukkaiya is sitting there. How can I sit there? Jalal says, don't forget that you are nephew of my other royal queen. You are like my son. Mahan sits beside Jalal. Jalal makes him eat with his own hands. Rukkaiya comes there and sees this. She thinks that now the nephew of Jodha is even more close to Jalal than her. But soon, I will use Salim and will get back my position. Jalal says to Jodha that why not play chess after the celebration? Jodha says why not? Jalal calls Salim. Salim sits between Jodha and Jalal. Jodha asks him to eat something. Salim says, I don't want to eat anything. I am tired. I am going to sleep. Jodha says, okay, I will make you listen to story. Salim says, I don't want to listen to story. I will just sleep. He leaves. Jodha says he is still angry with us. Salima says he must be tired. He will be setting some days. I will go and make him sleep. Jodha says make him drink milk too. Resham says to Rukkaiya that you should be feeling bad that Mahan and Jodha are very much close to Jalal than you. He called Mahan's son. One wife, that is Salima, half Rahim, and Jodha half Salim. Jodha is given priority in everything. Your position has been overtaken by Jodha. Rukkaiya says Salim was just of Jodha, but now he is of her now. Salima says to Murad that I will go and make Salim sleep. Murad says all are caring for Salim, not about me. Jodha says it is not like that. I love you a lot. Murad says true. Jodha says yes. Jalal says Salim is very lucky to have mothers like Salima, Jodha, Rukkaiya. Jodha asks, are you jealous of Salim? Jalal says, I can't win an argument with you. Salim is sleeping in the room. Rukkaiya comes there and asks him to wake up. She says it is me. Salim wakes up. Rukkaiya says, what happened to you? You didn't eat food today. She looks at milk glass and asks Salim to drink. Salima is going. Amida asks, where are you going? Salima says, I am going to see Salim. You take rest. Salima leaves to check Salim. Rukkaiya strictly misses opium in milk and smacks. She thinks it's time to make opium double for Salim. She brings milk to Salim and makes him drink it. Salima comes there and asks, what are you doing, Rukkaiya? She finds Salim dizzy and asks him to talk, but he dozes off. Salima asks Rukkaiya, what did you mix in the milk? Rukkaiya says, I just came to see Salim. This milk glass was already there when I came here. I just asked Salim to drink it. Salima says it was me who placed milk here, but it had Kesar only. Rukkaiya says, so it was you. Salima says, you missed something in it and alleging me. Rukkaiya says, I think you have missed it. Salima says, I will check milk and I will know what you missed in it. Rukkaiya says, you missed something, not me. Salima says, give me glass to me. Rukkaiya says, you are crossing limit. Salima says, when you didn't mix something, then give glass to me. Salima tries to snatch glass from her and milk falls on the floor. She finds color of milk brown and asks that, what did you mix in it? Salima says, this matter will not end here, Rukkaiya. I will go to Jalal and now he will decide about this matter. She leaves. Rukkaiya is tensed. Rahim is standing. Salima comes to him and asks that where is Jalal. Rahim says he is busy in the celebration. What happened? Salima looks at Jalal and comes to him. She says, I want to talk to you. Jalal says after some time, because Tassin is singing very nicely. Salima says it is important. Jalal says, I request you to give me some time. Salima asks Sakira, where is Jodha? She says Jodha went to her room. Salima finds Jodha going to her room and says, I want to tell you something about Salim. She tells Jodha everything how Rukkaiya made Salim drink the milk and he got dizzy. Then Rukkaiya and she Addictive and milk fell on the floor and it was of brown color. Salima says, we have to rush to Salim. Don't know what happened to him. Come fast. Jodha Stanley looks at her and says, but you took milk to Salim. Salima is stunned and says yes. Jodha says, what did you mix in Salim's milk? Salima says, I didn't mix anything. I just mixed Kesar. I have seen with my eyes that Rukkaiya was mixing something and made Salim drink the milk. Jodha says, I can't believe you did this. Rukkaiya told me everything. She said that you mixed something in the milk. And now you are saying that Rukkaiya mixed something. Rukkaiya comes there and smacks at Salim. Jodha says, you are alleging each other. I can't believe this. Salim is your child too. How can any of you do this with Salim? Tell me who did this with Salim. Rukkaiya says, you know how much I love Salim. Salima is alleging me. Salima says, now you will blame me. Jodha says, enough. Don't blame each other. For me, Salim matters the most. She runs from there. Salima is disgusted at Rukkaiya and leaves too. And Rukkaiya smacks. The doctor checks Salim. Rukkaiya asks, will he be fine? Doctor says he will be fine. I have given him medicine, but opium's effect will take time to come off him. Jalal comes and asks how is he. Doctor says we have made Salim vomit, so opium has come out of his stomach. She leaves. Jalal looks at Salima and Rukkaiya. Jalal says you both are special to me and alleging each other for this sin, but forget that you will be punished. So tell me who did this. If you take time, then my anger will become more. So tell me the truth, who did this? Rukkaiya says it is Salima. She came to make Salim sleep and she gave milk to Salim. Salima says when I came into the room, Rukkaiya was making Salim drink the milk. Rukkaiya says yes, I made him drink it as the glass was already placed there, but I didn't know that there was opium in it. Amida says I can't believe that Salima can do anything like this. Rukkaiya says you want to say that I can do this. Amida says the thing is that somebody gave opium to Salim. Who did this? Rukkaiya says it is Salima. Jalal says enough, no more word. When Salim would come to his senses, he would tell who gave him milk. He would tell the truth. You both go from here. Salima is sad and leaves. Rukkaiya leaves too. Jalal looks at Jodha sadly. Jodha is sitting beside sleeping Salim. She prays to God that why you take my exam related to my son? Why every problem is related to Salim? When will these problems end? Can I give problem to me but protect my son? She kisses Salim's forehead. Amida says to Gulbadan that I can't sleep till I don't know who gave opium to Salim. Gul says Rukkaiya told that Salima gave him. Amida says my heart is saying that Salima cannot do this. Gul says Rukkaiya can't do this too. You know how much she loves Salim. Amida says don't know what the truth is. Even Salim cannot tell anything. He doesn't know about plotting in this age. Jalal is in the garden and thinking. A maid comes there and tells him that Salim has become conscious. Jalal comes to Salim and says, I cannot believe that my wives did this with my son. He asks Salima and Rukkaiya to tell the truth who did this and why. Jalal asks Salima to speak up. Did she mix opium in milk and why? Rukkaiya says because she wants Murad to be her and want to become Mariam Samani. That is why she was making Salim addict to opium so that he becomes incompetent to be king. Salima says, be afraid of God, Rukkaiya. Why are you lying? Rukkaiya says, why would I lie? You brought milk for Salim. Salima says, yes, I brought it, but I swear I did not mix any opium in it. Rukkaiya says, what gain will I get by mixing opium? I have no son to desire to make him hair, so I cannot do this. Salima says, I cannot do this either. Jalal has given me so much. I cannot go against him. Rukkaiya says, you only know that. How can we know that you went against him or not? Jalal asks to bring Salim here. Now we will know the truth as child never lies. Salim comes there. Jalal asks him to come to him. He asks, how are you now? He asks Salim to tell the truth who make you eat opium. Salim asks what is opium. Jalal says, I mean to say that from Rukkaiya and Salima, who make you eat something through which you started to feel dizzy. Salim looks at Salima and Rukkaiya. Jalal says, don't be afraid, just tell the truth. Salim gets up and looks at both. He thinks and points to Rukkaiya, but then points to Salima. She is appalled. All are shocked. Salim says it is done by Salima. Whenever she make me eat something, I feel dizzy. All are shocked. Rukkaiya smirks. Rukkaiya says, see Jalal, I told you that this thing is done by Salima only. I caught her red-handed, so she started alleging me. Salima cries and says, believe me, I didn't make Salim eat any opium. I don't know why Salim is lying. I think it is Rukkaiya's plan. Jalal says enough. Why would Rukkaiya do that? And she is right that you have reason to do all this. Rahim is odd. Jalal says, I want to talk to Salima alone. All leaves. Salima comes to Jalal. Jalal says, welcome. Sit. Salima sits in front of him. Jalal asks, why did you do this? Salima says, I didn't do this. Jalal says, Rukkaiya said that you did this. Salima says, I am also saying that Rukkaiya have done it. You believe her, but not me. Jalal says, what about Salim pointing at you? You want to say that Salim is lying? A small kid. You know very well that after Bayram Khan, I married you and I took care of you. I wouldn't have believed Rukkaiya, but Salim pointed at you. Things that ought more is that you did all this with Salim. Salima says, when you have decided that I am the criminal, then I don't have anything to say in my defense. Jalal says, you know you will be jailed for this. Salim has given statement against you, but I still think that you should be given chance to tell me why you did this. If you did not do it, then have you got any proof that prove you innocent? Salima says, I have no proofs or witness. She is in tears. Jalal calls to them out there. Jalal says, house arrest Salima. Salima is shocked and Jalal turns. Salima greets Jalal and leaves with the soldiers. Jalal is hot. Salima is going with the soldiers to be arrested. She looks at Jalal for the last time, but he turns away. Jodha looks at Salima going to be arrested. Salima looks at Amida with sad eyes. Amida stands sternly there. Jodha feels bad. Salima then finds Rukkaiya, who is smacking at her. Rahim comes to Salima and says that I am sad, but you deserve this. Salima says you also don't trust me. Rahim says no. You gave opium to Salim so that Murad can get the throne. I am the brother of Salim and Murad. I am their teacher. I am ashamed of you. Salima is hot. He leaves. Salim is with Rukkaiya angrily looking at Salima. Thank you everyone for watching our video. Please don't forget to watch more by clicking on the icon, and please don't forget to like this video and share it, and please subscribe to our channel.